In a tropical rainforest, the scarcest resource is not water and not soil. It is light. The canopy takes nearly all of it, and the forest floor lives on the leavings, which is why every tree here is, one way or another, a contestant in the same slow race. Get to the top or live in the dark. A seedling on the floor may wait decades for a gap to open above it. One tree does not enter the race. It starts at the finish line. The Strangler figs belong to ficus, a genus of hundreds of species spread through the world's tropics, and the stranglers among them share a habit that begins with a courier. A bird or a monkey eats a fig, moves through the canopy, and leaves the seed behind in its droppings, high on the branch of an established tree. There the seed germinates, 60 meters of forest below it, no soil of its own, living at first like an orchid on rainwater, leaf litter, and whatever collects in the bark. It is born already in the light every other tree is striving toward. What it lacks is the ground. So it grows toward the ground. The young fig sends down roots, thin, pale, woody cords that descend the host's trunk and hang through open air, lengthening season by season. The descent can take years, but the day the first root touches the forest floor, the plant's whole economy changes. Water and minerals begin to flow up from real soil, and the fig accelerates. More roots follow, thicken, branch, and begin to wrap the host's trunk, and where they cross one another they do something few roots can. They fuse. Strand grafts to strand, and the loose net hardens into a lattice, then into a case. What looks like a second trunk, forming around the first one, is exactly that. Above, the fig's crown is spreading into the canopy, shading the leaves of the tree that carries it. Below, its roots are drawing from the same soil. The host now competes on both fronts with a competitor that is standing on its shoulders, starved of light from above and of nutrients from below, with its trunk encased in a stiffening cage that leaves little room to grow. Many host trees decline over the years and die. When the host rots away inside its case, the fig does not fall. The lattice has long since become self-supporting, and what remains is one of the strangest structures in any forest. A hollow tree, a freestanding column of fused roots in the shape of the trunk it replaced, with a living crown at the top and a core of empty air. Some are roomy enough for several people to stand inside, looking up through the latticework at the light. It would be easy to leave the fig there as the forest's quiet executioner, but the same tree is also the forest's pantry. Figs fruit on their own calendar, out of step with the seasons around them, so that in the lean months when little else carries fruit, a fig in crop becomes the busiest place in the neighborhood. Parrots, toucans, monkeys, bats, converging on it from all directions. Ecologists rank figs among the most important food plants in tropical forests for exactly this reason. They bridge the hungry gap. And the fruit itself rests on one of nature's narrowest contracts. A fig is a garden turned inside out, its flowers hidden within the closed globe, and the pollinator is a wasp a couple of millimeters long that enters through a gate barely wide enough for her body, in an ancient arrangement that, in the classic case, pairs each fig species with a wasp of its own. No wasp, no figs. No figs, and the lean season loses its bridge. So the Strangler fig holds two reputations honestly at once. It is a competitor that wins by patience, taking the one shortcut the light race allows. And it is a dependency that half the canopy's animals are built around. In some parts of the tropics, its roots perform their slow enclosure on the stonework of abandoned cities, holding ruins together in the same grip that takes trees apart, the identical patience applied to architecture. Stand inside the hollow column and the whole story is visible at once. The cage that was a net, the net that was a seedling, and far overhead, through the spiral of roots, the light it was all for.